Hi, I'm Jennifer from Shabby Fabrics. Welcome to part 4 of our Christmas series. In our first 3 videos, we covered the projects that are behind me. Now this is in another video. This is the No Sew Quilted Christmas Tree Fun Project 2. If you're not already subscribed to YouTube, just do it. There's so much there. Wonderful projects that are great for home decor, gift giving, decoration, and lots of quilts as well, pillows, etc. For today's project, we'll be going over the vintage sewing machine ornament, and that was inspired by my pink sewing machine. Notice the pink ornament here. And we also did one out of red. Of course, it'd be cute out of a variety of colors. And if you're part of an ornament exchange, or maybe a group of quilting friends, crafting friends, who wouldn't love getting that as a gift? Be sure to go to our home page in order to download the diagram that you'll need. On the bottom of the home page, there's a link that says free downloads. Go ahead and click there, and you're looking for the vintage sewing machine ornament. You'll go ahead and just need to print one of those copies, and you're going to find a variety of projects there that also lead you to other videos. So there's so much that we are constantly doing at Shabby Fabrics. So again, be sure to subscribe if you're not already. Once you have that printed out, you'll need some, this is a wool felt. You could use just felt. It's a little light. I like the wool felt. This is about a 20-80 blend, 20% wool. It just gives it more durability. I like a little more oomph, especially on a Christmas ornament. You're going to be using them every single year, and you want them to hold up. We use some Heat and Bond Light, also available on our website. Once you have the diagram downloaded, you will go ahead and trace around that. Now, don't use a friction pen because I'm always telling you use a friction pen. Today, don't do that, because once you draw around that and cut around it, you'll be using some heat to put those together. So I recommend just a regular pen to go ahead and just trace around, roughly cut around, and then iron that to your back. So as you can see, if you'd use the friction pen, when you iron this to your wool felt, it would disappear. Have I done that? Yep, I have. So if you have ever done that, you're not alone. I've definitely done that as well. Cut out on the lines, of course, as you would expect. Now, we went ahead just because we like thread, and we have these beautiful, these are sulky sliver, I believe this is what this is. And they have just a variety of beautiful metallic threads in every color you could dream of. We went ahead and just did some pretty decorative stitching on the one side. If you do opt to do that, we recommend that you leave the paper on. It leaves just a little more grip, a little more something for this thread to grab onto. And then once the stitching is done, then you can remove the paper and kind of pick out any areas that are kind of holding on to the back underneath the stitching. But again, that's an option. If you don't want to do the decorative stitching, simply peel this away, peel the other one away, and you'll just iron those together. Now, of course, you need a hanger for your ornament. We just picked a beautiful gold metallic because we want the ornament to not spin. Rather than putting the ends like this, bring both ends together as such. So I'm going to get in the same orientation. We had to kind of figure out where to put this so that the ornament would hang level. And what we found was it wasn't exactly hanging level, so we added some cute buttons kind of as a leveler. And of course, it just adds to the sweetness of it. So you could go ahead at this point, and I'm just going to iron those parts together. I'm going to leave this point open right here, and I will show you why momentarily. Let's turn that feature on. There we go. Let's just leave that like that for the moment. Now, notice this little bar, because that's supposed to be your needle coming down, which was, again, you don't have to do that, but we thought that was a cute option. If you have a pin that has kind of a button shape, it'll lie nice and flat underneath here and come inside here as well. That's one option. And you would just, take this to the iron and iron it down. Like, we can do that real quick. just like that. Or if you don't have anything like that and you have pins that have a round head, you could use maybe a pair of, maybe pliers and trying to just pop that round ball off, and then it will actually go between the top and the bottom. Then what you'll do with the spools, same thing, is just iron those right sides together. You can sandwich either a needle in there, or because if you use a very sharp needle, it's just going to go inside. And again, that's just going to insert. In fact, we've done one ahead of time. Here we go. So you can see that. Just iron them together, get a pin, a pretty pin. That'll go right in the top as such. And that's just going to stay in there. If you're worried about it coming out, you could use just a dab of glue. And then, my favorite part, these are beautiful handmade buttons. They're peppermint candies. We have those as an add-on. You can pick those up on the website. Just again, putting a little pin. These are an actual button, but we just put a pin in there and we are just inserting that into the side. And yep, and just try to sandwich that right in the middle, just as such, and your ornament is ready to hang and gift give and whatnot. So I hope you enjoyed learning how to make the vintage sewing ornament from Shabby Fabrics.